just giving my own thoughts about this community pharmacy and what should be the role of Association of Community Pharmacists of India, Western chapter specifically, and how we can plan our future activities and how we can go into or how we can reach to this community pharmacists and can involve them in our specific this Association of Community Pharmacists of India. Though most of the students are there, they may find it something new for them, because students usually they read their material from the syllabus only, and usually are not interested much about other topics. So hope it will be also useful for you, or it will going to be useful for you in some future endeavors. So before starting my talk, I will especially like to thank Mr. Raj Vaidya, who is owner of Hindu Pharmacy, Panji, Goa. And before 4 to 5 years, or 4 to 5 years back, I heard his lecture. And after that, this idea came to my mind that why can't we work for the community pharmacist and can develop, because at that time also I was member over here in Gujarat State Pharmacy Council, and we are directly in contact with this community pharmacist. So I tried to use some of the guidelines which are being given by Raj sir regarding the development of community pharmacy profession in the state. And we have done some experiments also, and some of the experiments, in some experiments we see failures also. It is not like you do the experiment and you get succeed, but trial and error, it is needed. Some modifications, modulations, these are also been needed. And we are trying, especially I'm trying my best so as to do something in this specific field. Talking about associations, as we are having our own Association of Community Pharmacists of India, we are not the only organization, we are not the only association. Various other associations are there, like Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Indian Pharmacist Association, All India Organization of Chemists and Druggists, and other regional organizations also. Each and every state of India having number of such organizations who are willing to work for the pharmacist. But the thing is, what actual scenario is, let's say, talking about some of the organizations, the members of which, like the organization, the member of which who is working in the field of pharmacy, they are even not getting, because these are what the stakeholders, these are what the members of that organization, they are still not getting pay scale, proper pay scale. They are facing various problems while they are on the job, or even the job rules, these are not being followed for them. But still, this association, it is in existence, and association is doing nothing for that specific problems, because the basic problem they are not tackling, basic problem they are not even identifying, and they are not willing to deal with that, with those type of problems. What they are doing is they are working superficially, not going within, not going deep and finding the actual problems which are there in the field, but they are doing just so-called cosmetic works, that we are doing something there. This is what the fallacy, one of the fallacy it is there, that we should look, or we should, if someone is observing us, they should see us working. So that is what the thing is. All these organizations, I feel most of these organizations, they are doing the things, same thing. They are planning various programs, they are executing those programs, even they are arranging these felicitation programs, they are felicitating each others, and giving awards and recognitions to each other. Like that, the various organizations are working. So first thing which we should think about is, do we want to be the same organization in the field who is working in the same way, that we are just for the sake of doing the programs, we are doing the programs, or for the sake of arranging the various lectures, we are arranging the lectures. If we wish to do that, then we will become one of the institutions like others, one of the associations like other, and there will be nothing for us in the future. We will become just like an one organization which is there in India. Some questions are there from my side, or we can say which are there in the field, and which can be asked about our organization also. As we say, we are the organization that is Indian, organization which is having community pharmacist as a member, Association of Community Pharmacists of India. So the problem is, the first question arises is, do we have actual community pharmacist in our body, or what is the percentage? If we do not have, we cannot say that we do not have actual community pharmacist on the board, but yes, what is the percentage? Most of as we see, most of the members are from various academic institutions. These are like number of members are more from organizations like academic institutions. So actually, if we need to make an association of community pharmacists, how many community pharmacists these are involved, actual community pharmacists who are there in the association. Another thing is, which will going to be the burning question for us, that is membership drive. We are in the process of going for this, like we need to increase the memberships also, and for that membership drive, first question which will arise is, why community pharmacists will pay for membership? Because each and every membership of association, it will cost something for them, and whenever this cost is there, whenever they have to pay, they will think about in return what they will gain, or what will be the return of this payment of membership, payment for membership. So first thing which will, I feel, which will create problem hurdle for us is, why these community pharmacists will pay for membership. So what thing we are doing for them, what is there with us which we can give to them, and against that they will see. This is because for academicians, getting a membership, it is just an because in their CV it will be reflected in various organizations, or whenever they are producing their CVs, it will be asked that how many associations you are associated with. So for them, it will be okay that they are getting the memberships, and they are enrolling into various organizations, associations. Maybe even if they are not getting any benefit out of it, but they just for the sake of keeping that increasing that list of memberships or associations, they can go for this such type of memberships. But for community pharmacists, I don't feel they want such type of names of associations in their CV, because no one going to see their CVs. Okay, so membership drive, it is one of the main problem, and solution can be like, we should have something which should be transferred to the community pharmacist, or which is of interest of community pharmacist. If they generate interest in our activities, if they generate interest in what we are doing, then and then only they will be they will like to join us, they will like to have a membership. Another question may be, how will we convince them to become a member? Because most of the times this question arises, okay, so as to convince someone, we need to identify their needs and want. Need and want, I feel each and everyone attending this specific session understands it. Need means so as to survive, whatever we need, whatever we want, or whatever is there, whatever we require, that is what need is. So as to survive, whatever is required, that is need. But want means so as to have a quality life, or so as to have a quality in whatever we are doing, whatever is required, that is what our wants. So if we think about the community pharmacists, their needs are different, and whatever we are thinking that they should want or they want is something different. Okay, because their need is they need to survive first. Okay, they need to survive in the market first, and then they can think about the quality and all. It will matters later, because first of all they need to survive in the market. And why I'm saying this, they need to survive in the market, we'll see some of the other problems which they are facing. And because of that, I feel specifically, and even it has been observed when we are when we discuss, when we have a chat with such pharmacists who are actually working in the community pharmacists who are having their own pharmacy stores or chemist drugist shops. Whatever problems they are facing, they usually communicate with us, and according to that, I have enlisted some of the problems also. So their needs are different, and whatever we think they want, actually it is not required by them. So it is difficult to convince them to become a member, or it is difficult to convince them to get connected with us, to get connected with an association. So some of the answers are also there, what we can do and how we can plan our activities, that we will see. That some of my thoughts are there that we can see later on. Another thing is most of our resource persons or whoever going to deliver anything like some lectures may be there, some web lecture series may be there, or actual lectures may be there, some maybe some training programs which we will going to organize, maybe some development programs, staff development programs which we will going to organize. Actually, community pharmacists, their own knowledge data set or their own knowledge, it is something different. On field knowledge, it is that there is huge difference in on field knowledge and bookish knowledge, which most of the academicians they are having. Actually, on field, whatever problems they are facing, whatever knowledge they are required there, it is not available in the books. Okay, this is what the actual scenario. Like let's say, for example, I visited one of the medical shoppy over there, and he was the attendee of one of the refresher course where I delivered one lecture, and he attended it, and he contacted me and invited me to his shop. I visited over there, and by coincidence, one female, approximate age of 25 to 28 around, she visited the shop and produced the prescription, provided the prescription for dispensing. He dispensed the medicine, and while counseling, because in my lectures I usually ask or appeal the pharmacist to start a patient counseling. And in that he was like I feel he was convinced, and he was I just wish to see how he react in such conditions. So he started counseling, and at one specific medicine he stopped, and he was looking at me. So I asked what happened. He told that this is what the vaginal suppository it is been prescribed, and how should I counsel that specific patient. So at such condition where these people they are involved, where this maybe female patient was there around his age, the age maybe no age difference was there. The owner was also of around similar age. The customer was also of around similar age, and female customer was there and prescribed with this vaginal suppository. How to explain the use of that specific suppository, it was the major problem which he faced, and we cannot provide such type of knowledge through bookish knowledge which we are having. So on field knowledge it is different. This is what one of the example. Various such examples are available where our bookish knowledge may not be sufficient to satisfy their needs. So if we keep on going with this bookish knowledge, we keep on arranging various programs by using this bookish knowledge, is it useful for them? It may be a big question. Then as I talk about the fallacy of being busy, the thing is, as an organization, if we just want that we should have some programs, we should have our annual planning and all these annual plans in all the animal planning, in all these annual planning, we are having various programs arranged monthly. Each and every program is arranged in each month, and like we are just keeping us busy. Actual need of the community pharmacist may be different. Actually the people need whatever you are delivering, it is again in question mark. So it is just like a fallacy of being busy. As an organization, we just want to show the community that we are doing something. If we are doing such things, it will be of no use for the community. So we need to think on that line also, what should we do which will be actually helpful to the various community pharmacists. And another one is another most important question is are we interested in treating the symptoms or root cause? See, because as we established an association, and now we are dealing, we say that we are dealing with each and every institution, each and every organization. They are having their own goals and objectives. We are also having our own goals and objectives. We say that we are the Association of Community Pharmacists, and we will do whatever is possible for in the interest of community pharmacy. So first thing is, do we need to treat the symptoms only? Because if we are just giving them bookish knowledge or giving some superficial knowledge to without identifying the actual problems, if we are providing them the superficial knowledge, then it will just like treating the symptoms. But what is the root cause behind the overall depression which is being found in the community pharmacies? That we should find out, and accordingly we should provide some programs to them. So I feel we should treat the root cause and not only the superficial symptoms. Another thing is communication. Communication, I feel we all of us know this. The act of sharing or exchanging information, ideas or feelings, whatever we are having, the information, maybe the ideas, maybe our feelings, we need to communicate with other. And there are two parties, sender and receiver. And communication, when we talk about communication, it should be two-way communication. But along with this, we can, if we, these communication barriers are also there. As such, there are many such communication barriers. If we provide this topic to a specialist in the specific area, that is communication barrier, then he can talk hours and hours for this about this communication barriers. But what I found in our specific setting, our specific setup, that we are from the diverse background, the members of Association of this Community Pharmacists of India are from diverse background, and we need to deal with the community pharmacist. Then the first and foremost communication barrier which I sense, I believe, is linguistic barrier or language barriers. એમાં એવું છે કે લેંગ્વેજ બેરિયરનો અર્થ શું થાય છે કે જ્યારે પણ આપણે વાત કરીએ, જ્યારે પણ હું કઈ વસ્તુ, કોઈ મારા મગજમાં જે ભાવ છે અથવા તો મારા મગજમાં જે આઈડિયાઝ છે, જે ઇન્ફોર્મેશન છે, જ્યારે પણ હું એ કમ્યુનિકેટ કરવા માંગુ છું, ત્યારે એ કમ્યુનિકેટ વ્યવસ્થિત થાય છે કે નહીં, એ જે રિસીવર છે, રિસીવર એન્ડ પર એને કોઈ રિસીવ કરે છે કે નહીં, એ કંઈ સમજી શકે છે કે નહીં, આ જે પરસેપ્શન છે, પરસીવ ઇન્ફોર્મેશનને પરસીવ કરી શકે છે કે નહીં, આ પણ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ હોય છે. In last let's say 10 to 20 seconds, it was the, I feel it was the biggest example of this linguistic barrier. Whatever I talk, maybe some of you understood it, because this is not your language. I am talking in the language, but yes, though it is not your language, you might have got some glimpses of it, that what about what I was talking about. You probably have identified some of the words in my that specific 10-20 seconds period, and you could understand something out of it. But it is not, whatever I talk, it is not fully been propagated or not fully been transferred to the receivers. So this is what the linguistic barriers, this is what the language barrier, and this language barrier I am talking about the community pharmacist which they are having. They are actually having these barriers. Even if we are talking in English, English is nothing but their language barrier itself. Language itself is a language barrier. If we are talking about the pharmacists which are in urban areas, they may have this exposure to these languages, and they may use this language daily, and they can understand whatever we are talking about. But when we talk about the rural pharmacies, this is what my own observation in my region also, in Maharashtra region also. I basically belong to Maharashtra and in rural region. So there, the pharmacists who are working over there, they are only diploma holders, and they are not having fluency in this language, specifically English language. So if we communicate anything with them, first thing is they are not in position to communicate well, because communication is nothing but two-way traffic. Whatever we say, if I am talking in specific language, then if I am talking in English, you also will try to talk in English, and communication barrier will be there. They cannot communicate their own ideas, informations, or feelings in the language which is not of their own. So first of all, I feel as an member of association, whenever we are talking with these community pharmacists, we should talk, we should discuss, we should provide the information, we should provide our ideas, we should communicate our feelings in their own language. See, on the let's say on the state level, whenever we meet, we can have whatever language we want. But whenever we are going into the fields, whenever I am going into the village in the Gujarat, or whenever Aditya sir going to the village in in Maharashtra, we need to talk in their language. I need to talk in Gujarati over here. Aditya sir need to talk in Marathi over there, and someone in Karnataka need to talk in the language which is the language of that specific community. Why it is required? Because the pharmacist, they are facing the patients, and patients, they are not versed with, or do not having training in English always. The patients may talk local or regional languages, and pharmacist has to answer them in regional languages. Whatever English jargons are there, whatever our medical jargons are there, it will be of no use over there. So whenever we are teaching, whenever we are providing information, whenever we are trying to train the pharmacist, community pharmacist, we should keep in mind this thing, that we should see this, that this should not become a barrier. Language should not become a barrier, and accordingly we should proceed. Talking about the problems at large, as such, nowadays each and every profession even becomes a business, and pharmacy is not out of it. Pharmacy, though we call it as a profession, but it is becoming a business now. And in business, as we know, money matters. Money comes first, and later on all other things. So in pharmacy profession also, now profession, it is not, this is what actual problem, because it is not like on the level of community pharmacist only. It is starting in all the, or it is there in all the different, we can say, different this pharmacy, different levels of pharmacy whole fraternity, like mushrooming of colleges. This is also one of the problem. If we could see in last some years, last 2 to 3 years, number of diploma colleges, they came up, and the PCI, they approved various number of such colleges, and number of students who are getting passed from these institutions, the number is tremendously increased. So mushrooming of colleges is also, we can say, one of the problem. Because why I'm calling it as a problem? Because quality of education, it is in question. So the number of colleges, they are increasing, but what about the quality of education? See, in most of the cases, we found that in Gujarat, if you are aware of it, I don't know if you are aware of it or not, but in Gujarat State Pharmacy Council, we found out various cases where the students, they got this degrees which are fake. Okay, even they not even attended a college, not even for one day, and they got the diploma from that institution. So such type of if education system it is there, and this is not the problem of any specific state. This is going on throughout India, and this is the major problem where education, the students who are passing the diploma, students who are passing even B Farm, degree courses also, post graduations also. In most of the institutions, post graduations these are now like distance learning courses. Okay, if we are observing most of the institutions, they are now started this such type of thing that if you are doing a job in industry, you continue your job, you just enroll for the course and you could get the M.Pharm degree also. So such type of education system it is there in India, though it is not been surfaced or no one is talking about it, but this is what the problem. And here we dealt with this problem by blocking the registration for such type of such pharmacists who are having such degrees. Okay, so quality of education it is in question, though we cannot deal with it now as an association of community pharmacists of India. But yes, this is one of the problems. Communication gap it is there because the from the government agencies, the pharmaceutical sector, they are having this communication gap. Even communication gap it is there with the FDA and various state pharmacy councils. Communication gap it is there between these pharmacists, even community pharmacists also, in between academic pharmacist or pharmacist who is working in academia and in the community pharmacy, there are also communication gaps. So communication gap can be seen throughout our profession. Then overall depression amongst community pharmacists, if we sense this, if we can sense this, if we contact, if we meet these community pharmacists, we could sense this, that overall depression it is there amongst these community pharmacists. Other problems, availability of medicine, it remains a concern in India. As per WHO report says that 60 to 70% population remain without access to essential medicine. So these numbers, it indicates it is a huge number as such. WHO it is saying that 60 to 70% population it remain without access to essential medicines, and this is also been observed in my region. In the villages, if we see the condition, the pharmacist, the nearest pharmacist shop in some of the villages, it is around, the nearest shop is around 15 to 20 kilometers away from the villages. So if such condition it is there, this is what is like we are producing number of such community pharmacies, but we are lacking. We are not able to make the medicine available to 60 to 70% of the population. So it is one of the major problems. Another problems like half of medicines are prescribed, dispensed, or sold inappropriately, and half of the patients fail to administer medicine correctly. This we probably have even have experienced that sometimes these prescription errors are there, dispensing errors are there. Along with that, most of the times these patients, they are not willing to take the whole medicine. They visit to the pharmacy store, and if that 10 tablets that are being prescribed, they ask the pharmacist that you please provide me 5 tablets only. 50% dose they actually purchase, and once they reach to home, how much amount of drug they are administering, it is again a question. So for this also, this is what the major problem. And see all actually this is because if patients are not administering drug properly, if prescription errors are there, if dispensing errors are there, if that patients are failed to administer the medicine, how we can blame the medical system for not getting the effect of the drug? Okay, so again it is an important point. And how we can deal with it, just in one of the meeting of our ACPI, I raised an issue about this patient counseling. That patient counseling, it is one of the important issues, and someone opposed. Why? Because they thought that this patient counseling, it is now such an subject like जसं मराठीत म्हणतात ना की चावून चौथा झालेला आहे आता, असा एक टॉपिक आहे जो चावून चावून ज्याचा तो चौथा केलाय सगळ्यांनी. it has been talked so much of the times that nothing remained in that specific topic. So though it was like the view of someone, but actually what I feel is all these problems like prescription errors are there, dispensing errors are there, that patient related problems are there, patient not not administering the medicine properly, or they are having they are doing some mistakes in administration of the medicine, then all these mistakes, they can be checked if we start doing this patient counseling. Only one point, if we think at large, if we think all these problems together, where is the checkpoint? Whenever that physician writes the prescription, that prescription will be given to the pharmacist. If pharmacists read it properly, if pharmacists try to ask, if pharmacists start asking questions to the patient, that which specific disease you are having, or for what condition this specific prescription it is given, immediately that pharmacist can identify that this specific drug cannot be prescribed in this specific condition. So he can identify that prescription error it is there. While dispensing, errors are there. Why those errors are there? Maybe that handwriting of the physician, if it is not it is not readable properly, and if it is, if that pharmacist is providing, giving, dispensing some of the drugs, so dispensing errors can be there, or by mistake if he is giving some medicine to the patient, if he talk with the patient, if he have that patient counseling, then he can ask the patient that if he knows what that patient is experiencing, what specific condition that patient is going through, then he can check the medicines also. Oh, that medicine, it should not be there in the prescription. So he can see, if he found out that dispensing error it is there, it can also be identified. If patient is not taking the medication, if patient visiting next time to the pharmacist can ask the questions and can get the information if that patient is administering the drug properly or not. So I feel we should not neglect such topics like patient counseling, which is an important topic, which is nothing but the checkpoint for each and every fallacy, or we can say each and every problems or mistakes which can be committed throughout this process. Uh, Talking about political challenges, in 2001, national health policy, it was came into existence. In that specific national health policy of 2001, it was written that there is no need of pharmacist, or there is like no mentioning of pharmacist was there. Pharmacist word was not there in national health policy of 2001. In 2002, Parliamentary Standing Committee, they said that there is no need of pharmacist in India. Why there is no need of pharmacist? The Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers in 2007, in one of the report, they say that if you just train the salesperson, any salesperson for 3 months, they can get a license and they can practice the pharmacy. So see the thinking of all political leaders. All these are like national health policy. This has been governed by those members who are there as an maybe our political uh, who belongs to politics. Parliamentary Standing Committee full of politicians. Chemistry for chemicals and fertilizers led by politicians. So all what they are doing is they since long they are not with us. Political will and commitment is not with the pharmacist. So then what we can do for this? See, nowadays, since last 10 years, some changes we could able to see the changes. Someone's mic is on.
Yes, I am muted him.
So see this. What should be the solution for this? As we are the association who is throughout the India, we are having branches in all of the states. Why not to start collaborating, or we can say why not to start meeting to these political peoples? Because see, we are trying in Gujarat level. We tried this on India level also, in central level also. In Gujarat, what we tried is we talked with, we invited our health minister, we talked with health minister, and we regularly remain in contact with the health minister over here. And we invited them in one of the function, and we even get an appointment for almost an hour, that we just need to discuss some issues of pharmacy with you, and he agreed. And what is the output? Still we are not actually seeing the outputs, but the positive environment it was created. And because of this positive environment which was created, they even asked for the help of pharmacists in this corona pandemic, the the in recent past. Most of the pharmacists, they ask Gujarat State Pharmacy Council that will you please provide some pharmacists, or will you please ask the some pharmacists to accompany the government system, so as to collect the data, so as to have that RT-PCR test, or have that samples collections and all that. So basically what happened over here is, what we felt is, at least some dialogue it has been established with these political leaders. And can we try this in various other states? It is again one of the point which we can have, which we can explore. If all agree, we can have such initiatives in all the states. And even we talked to health minister in Delhi also, Mansukh Bhai Mandavia, who are basically from the Gujarat. So we started contacting them also. We started presenting various issues of pharmacy in front of them also, and we are getting some positive responses also. So this political will and commitment, though it was not there, it was in question. But as a association who is throughout the India, pan-India organization, we can think in these specific lines also. In front of these community pharmacies, various commercial challenges are there. See, as I told you, we need to find out root causes. And these are what the root causes I feel, and most of our even mentors also feel. Some of the slides, these are directly been copied from Raj sir's presentation. Though I have modified according to me, according to my thought process, but most of these slides, these are directly copied from presentation of Mr. Raj Vaidya. So this is also one of the slide which is directly from Mr. Raj Vaidya. So these are what the commercial challenges which are in front of community pharmacists. Competition, too many pharmacy licenses too close to one another. If we see, we can see this I remember some years back, it was the rule in Maharashtra, I feel, that the new pharmacy store, they can only get the permission if within the area of 200 meters another pharmacy store it is not there. So now I don't know about that rule, if it is there in existence or not, but it was there. And later on it was that rule was withdrawn, and now we can see too many pharmacy stores too close to one another, and there is cutthroat pricing, or cutthroat war we can see, pricing war we can see. Why this is happening? Even in specifically in our region in Gujarat, where social activists are more, and they want to give back to the society. They are earning good, and they wish to do something for the society. So what they are doing is, here we are having various hospitals and various such organizations who are giving the medicines without any of their means without their cut, or we can say without their percentage, or whatever percentage pharmacists can earn. So they are not charging from this percentage. They are providing 30 to 40% discount, and on discounted rates they are providing this medicine. So in such conditions, what will happen with the community pharmacists who are doing this business so as to run their homes, so as to earn something for their homes, so as to earn something for their living? So in cutthroat pricing war competition, it is there. Talking about the brands, now if I am attached, if I am having counter attached with a specific physician, it will be okay. And if I need to attach my counter to physician, I need to give, the expenses are much more. That I feel all of us know. If my store is not attached to uh, any of the doctor, physician, if my general counter, if it is there, then brands which are available in the market are more than 1.2 lakhs. So how much brands we can keep in one shop? Drugs and FDCs, that is fixed dose combinations, which are available in the market are 5,000 plus such FDCs drugs are available. How many products I can keep in my specific shop? And when that patient reaches to you, patient show you the prescription, if that specific brand is not available with you, he's not ready to accept the replacement. He says that I just want that specific brand only, that specific brand of drug. And in such conditions, it is difficult for the community pharmacist to maintain each and every brands, each and every this drug or FDC. Other challenges like expiry problems are there. Expiry problems, what does it mean? If community pharmacist is there in the lecture, if he is attending, he knows it well. Most of these drugs, they expire. And a few companies are there, standard companies who they settle the amount against this expired medicine. If near to expiry medicine, they can get back those medicine. That companies, industries, they can get back those in the expired, near to expiry medicine, and they settle the amount, or they settle the next goods against that next drugs, medicines against that specific uh, amount. So settlement of amount, it is being done by some of the industries only, some of the good companies only. But nowadays competition is also over there. So what they usually do is they do not provide the compensation, or they do not settle this amount with these expiry problems at the time of providing the medicine. At the time of providing their product, they clearly say that expiry will not be dealt by us. So such type of expired medicine, these are being piled up in most of the pharmacy stores. It has been seen in my region also, that such expiry medicines, it is being piled up, because it is not always necessary, or it is not always required that each and every medicine will be sold out. So such type of stacking of such expired medicine, it is also one of the issue, one of the problem, where to throw those medicines. So one experiment which we have tried over here is, and which personally I have tried with my students over here, is we collected such type of expiry products, expiry material, and then we started thinking of how to destroy it. And even one of the lecture I delivered about this expiry safe disposal of expired medicine, or safe disposal of medicine. Such topic I have delivered in around 10 to 12 different refresher courses also, and guided to various pharmacists about this. So and now recently what we are doing is we get see we probably know, all of us know Mr. Nitin Gadkari, and he is doing various such experiments with plastic. What he's trying is this plastic material, is using it in to so as to prepare roads. So getting idea from them, from their thought process, we also thought, okay, what can be done with this expired medicine. So what we have tried is, we tried to mix those medicines by making powder of it, a fine powdered chemicals, fine powdered drugs. These are being mixed with the cements, and we started preparing paver blocks from it. So expired medicine, it is also been trapped. It is trapped into those cement concrete material, and it will not going to affect the soil, or even not affect the groundwater levels or the environment. So such type of solutions can be think of, and can be trained. These community pharmacists can be trained so as to find out such solutions also. Strip cutting, it is one of the problems. Strip cutting means why it is a problem, because see, when one while dispensing, usually it has been said in the TNC Act is you should not cut the strip. uh, Strip cutting is not allowed. You need to dispense whole strip, but most of the times patient are not ready to accept the whole strip. They want only 5 tablets, 2 tablets, even 1 tablet they purchase. So in such conditions, if pharmacist, if denies that cutting the strip, then patient may move to another pharmacy store. And whenever there is a like competition is much, in such conditions the patient loss of such patients or such customer, it is not, it is unbearable to the pharmacist. So strip cutting, it is also one of the issue, one of the problem. uh, Pharmacist has to cut the strip. Doctors dispensing, it is also the major problem which has been faced by various pharmacists. Physician itself, they are dispensing the medicines. Okay, and this is this is not in the rule, because they can keep some of the medicines with them which is required for emergency, or whenever medical stores are closed. In such conditions, doctors can have their own medicine stored and they can dispense it to the patients. But nowadays, even BHMS doctors, homeopathic doctors, they are dispensing their own medicines and killing the jobs of, or killing the opportunities for the pharmacist. Um, various on various platforms or in various refresher courses, such type of questions these are being raised about what we can do if the doctors himself dispenses. So as such, in this specific scenario, as such, in current state, we are not in any position to deal this specific problem, because we know the condition. Doctors, we cannot fight against the doctors. So doctors dispensing, it is also one of the issue. Affordability of to hire the staff in most of the pharmacy stores. Usually they are having the staff who are 10th fail or 12th fail. See, as I told you, political commitment or political will, it is not with pharmacists, because they might have observed this specific behavior of a pharmacist. Pharmacist, what he is doing is, in his medical store, he is just handling the counter, uh, taking the money and only observing that transaction, money transaction. And the staff who is dispensing is 10th or 12th fail student, 10th or 12th fail person. And so basically, the pharmacists who are earning, who are having their own store, they are not getting much from the store, and hence they are not able to hire the pharmacist over there. So it is also one of the problem that they need to have some person in the house, in the specific pharmacy store, but they cannot afford they cannot have the pharmacist, because they are not able to afford the salary. Now, another major issues are retail chains and FDI, foreign direct investment. It is there in in India, and they are investing in such a huge amounts that that is competing with them. It is becoming a difficult problem for all the pharmacists. And now, online pharmacy stores, these are also available. Uh, Talking about the various such shoppies, like chains, retail chains. Subiksha chain is there in India, Health and Glow, Pill and Powder, Trust RX, Pantaloon, then Med Plus, Apollo Pharmacy, Guardian Life Care, Hetero, and this concept of medicine shop, it is establishing in India. This is also one of the challenge to the community pharmacists. What is the difference between these two? Where is the difference? Difference lies in qualified and trained pharmacists over there, because their investment is huge. They are having multiple shops because their chain of Shopee, it is there, and they can afford to have pharmacists in each and every pharmacy store. So qualified and trained pharmacists, training, even training sessions, they are usually, they regularly conduct these training sessions also. So qualified and trained pharmacists are available over there. availability of wide range of medicine, because they can keep wide range of medicine because their investment is huge. Along with that, they are having multiple stores. If that product is not sold out in one of the store, they can relocate it in, transfer it to another location where it can be sold. So availability of wide range of medicine can be there. Storage as specified, storage facilities are available with them, which may not be available with community pharmacists who is running their own stores. Computerized billing system nowadays, it is available in most of the pharmacy stores. Computerized billing system. Then low prices. Why? Because they directly deal with the suppliers, or they directly deal with the industries. This whole chain Shopee concept is for that only, that they directly deal with the producers and or production that companies, and they get the products at lower prices as less as possible. And because of that, they can provide huge discounts also. 10%, 20% discounts can be provided by them. Then they have you probably have seen this Shoppies, they are having some big areas. Okay, they are means the patient as well as the pharmacist, they both are there inside the specific pharmacy store in AC. In most of the pharmacy stores, this can be seen. Pharmacist, it is pharmacist, he is in the AC compartment, and patient is standing outside, um, and getting just providing the prescription and getting the prescription dispensed. So this is something different with these specific pharmacy stores also. So they even provide the patient education leaflets, health tips, and dietary suggestions can also be these are also being provided by them. So they are providing some extra services also, and they are getting benefited. Hetero pharmacy, they, what they have done is they produce such a family card, and they are giving, if you are having such family card, any member of your family can get the discount of 10 to 20% by showing this or producing this specific card. So such type of schemes they can have. Then the free health checkup camps and awareness programs they are running. Why? What will be the benefit of this? If health checkup camps and awareness programs, if they are continuously arranging, patients will go over there as free word it is there. So we know the mentality of Indians. Whenever we found these free words, free word, we will become like mad for that specific thing. So patients will visit there, and when they visit, they get connected to that specific Shopee, like Hetero Shopee. Big discounts that are being given. Thousands of stores across the country nowadays. They are not only in the larger cities, they are moving to rural areas and small cities also. Professional look, it is there. 24 by 7 store is open. Home delivery options is also available. Pharmacist on duty, 24 by 7 pharmacist is available. And if we talk about the independent individual pharmacy stores, 24 by 7 pharmacist availability cannot be there. It is somewhat difficult for them. A home delivery option, it may not be available. So such type of various services they are providing, and because of that, the business of pharmacists, they are hampering. These have been hampered. Money games like Apollo Pharmacy. If we talk about Apollo Pharmacy alone, uh, their turnover per year is around rupees 4,300 crores, and they are aiming for 10,000 crores in next 5 years. So how community pharmacist who is having having his own independent shop can compete with this Apollo Pharmacy? Their net worth is much more, and how we can compete with them. Overall pharma retail market size is approximately 50 billion US dollars, which attracts major players, which attracts the FD, foreign direct investments also. Even Tata like company now have the stakes in 1mg, that probably we know. So what are the solutions? So see, all these are the problems which are being faced by them, but some solutions are also there, and it was also seen. Like actually, I came to know about this through when various these presentations also, presentation from Raj Vaidya, that some solutions are there, like Tulasi pharmacy is there, Pasumai pharmacy is there. So what we can do is, as an association, we can arrange such type of, or we can show, we can give them such type of examples. We can, if in the periphery, if we are having such type of examples, we can arrange some visits over there, and how they are working, how they are managing all these stores. That can be in this in by this way we can train them. So Tulsi pharmacy is there, Pasumai pharmacy, what they are doing. These two students, they were students in M-Farm, and they found out that such type of retail chain it has been started. So what they thought about is, they were like 10 12 friends who sit together and who thought about starting a chain of pharmacy stores. So what they thought about, why not to have, why not to collaborate and make a group of 12 15 peoples, and then establish various different chain shopping, and can get the benefit of chain shopping. So they have actually implemented it. It is from south region of India. They have sufficient area then, because now 10 to 12 peoples or 15 peoples, if they come together, they can have now their net worth, it can be increased, the whole investment can be increased, and they got some good space for their shop. They are having patient waiting area, counseling and drug information area, where they can have this patient counseling started then in 2007. This Pasumai pharmacy store, it was started by pharmacy professionals, like various pharmacists who are having their own independent pharmacy. They can join hands together, they can prepare a group, and they form such type of collaboration. So such type of thing, it is already been done by some of the pharmacy professionals, and we can guide them, we can guide the pharmacists in our area about such type of thing, that they can collaborate and have such type of retail shopping, retail chain started. I'm trying in this way, and in most of these refresher courses, I guided them that what can be done, how to do this. You can have a group, you can then directly contact with the suppliers, then you can have maintain various stocks, okay, stocks of various medicines, how to destroy it, and all about all these things. So they are even trying in this specific line. So we can work on this also. While training, while providing the training to community pharmacists, we can show them how these Pasumai pharmacy or Tulasi pharmacy, they have established themselves, and even guidance can be sought from them. So patient counseling, professional services they are providing, professional look it is there. Another major problem is online pharmacy, which hit the India. Order from home. We know the structure. Okay, order from home. We can order the medicine from home, upload the prescription, and get 10 to 20, 40% of discount. Even it has been found that these online pharmacy retailers, they have formed their association also, Indian Internet Pharmacy Association, and now they are ready to fight against this Chemist and Druggist Association also. So if they are having, it is again money matters. If they are having much more money to pour into the market, they are having money to win this game also. So Internet Pharmacy Association, Indian Internet Pharmacy Association, they are now gaining importance, or they are gaining power, money power. Because of money power, they are gaining power in political grounds, on political grounds, and it is becoming difficult to stop them now. Even if we think that this online pharmacy, it is it is illegal one. So some years back, even government of Gujarat, they provided this gazette, or the draft rules. They have prepared the draft rule, and they provided for the review of pharmacists, review from the pharmacists, from the stakeholders, and this is what the draft rules for dispensing the medicine through e-pharmacy. It means it is nothing but the procedure for legalizing this e-pharmacy business in India. So against this specific gazette, the various delegations visited to health ministry at Delhi. One of the delegation was from Gujarat State Pharmacy Council also, and our delegation visited and uh, shown some fallacies or shown some problems which are there in this specific e-pharmacy profession, and problems which can be faced, which can be created for community pharmacists at large also. So now it has been stopped. It is not been not out or not been gazetted. As I told you, the market is huge. So many new players are eyeing the online pharmacy market. That we know Tata Digital acquires the pharmacy 1mg. So other players may also come into the market and may start online pharmacy also. So what will be the solution for this? This is what the ideas which have been obtained from Raj sir. They have explained it well also, that patient counseling should be done. Pharmacists should start speaking with patients, should start counseling the patient, should talk to the patient's clients, and discover their own potential, as well as help out the patients, provide the extra services to the patient, because then and then only you could fight against these online pharmacies. What online pharmacy, how the structure is there of this online pharmacy? Once you put the order will be delivered to your home, but there will not be any pharmacist accompanied. Okay, the accompanying pharmacist will not be there. Someone will deliver your packet, and after getting that packet, you just have to take the medicine and share the medicine by your own. But when you visit the pharmacy store, pharmacist can help you to understand the therapy, can help you to understand the importance of the medicine, can help you to understand how that medicine should be administered. So for this, we just need to start talking with the patients and start counseling the patients. So it is also one of the important steps to counter this online pharmacies. Along with this, some of the examples are there, like this is one of the example, like Dhaneshwar Nadar, Mr. Dhaneshwar Nadar, who is D Farm, completed his D Farm, and he's running this Dhanalakshmi chemist shop in Mumbai, I feel. And he's having some shop which is not a big one. Okay, it is he is having a mostly 10 by 10 or 10 by 12 feet shop. It is there. What he is doing is he is running his dots program from his Shopee. So what happens? What is the benefit of it? Is if we are running various programs through our own store, patients will get attracted over there, and they can have the purchase. First thing is, see, advertising legally we cannot advertise ourselves. Like pharmacy store cannot advertise himself or herself, cannot advertise our store even. So what is needed is patient should reach to ourselves, and he attracted various patients through this dots program. So more than 70 patients he has treated. It was older data, but more than 70 patients he treated, and even various pharmacists are being trained by him, and more than 40 pharmacists have been trained for this dots program. So such type of programs can be arranged. Dhanvantari Medical, again from I feel it is from Maharashtra only. What is having, what is there is Aushadhi Mahiti Kendra, patient counseling or drug information center is running through that. Is saving the space by adjusting their screen and all, so that space will be available for patient counseling and other activities. So they are using this various videos also. Even YouTube videos are available nowadays. How this drug act, how this angioplasty is being done. See here, one patient, the pharmacist is showing one patient how that angioplasty can be done, how that drug medicine it will work in the body. It is being shown. So what we can do in such thing is we can provide the literature to the patients, literature to the pharmacist, so that they can prepare and they can have this patient counseling at their places. We can even have a collection of such type of video material, such type of audio material, which can be shared with a pharmacist, and they can use these material so as to counsel the patient. So such type of thing we can do as an association of community pharmacists of India. We can provide them support regarding this type of work. Then some pharmacies, they have started doing such thing like they provided free blood pressure checkup facilities. Now, what will happen if we are providing something free? Patients will gather over there. Patients will visit to your pharmacy store, and if they are visiting to your pharmacy store, they will purchase medicine from you only. So we can tell this for community pharmacies that if you provide some extra services to the patients, and now according to pharmacy practice regulation 2015, pharmacists can provide such type of extra services, and even can charge for such type of extra services. Though in preliminary stages, if they are not charging, if they just attract the patients, it will be better. Patient, whenever visiting to the pharmacy store for these free checkups, they can purchase their medicine from the that specific medical store only. So patient flow towards the medical store will be increased. Here, one of the pharmacists is using peak flow master for peak flow meter for checking the asthma. Then counseling, or how that asthma inhaler can be used, it should be shown. Okay. Then blood sugar checkup camps can be arranged, and uh, can be charged even if that strip. See, while checking blood pressure, there may be the expenses may not be there. You just need to invest the time. But while doing this blood sugar checkup, the strip, it may cost you something. So maybe some nominal cost. You can even ask from the pharmacist. Sorry, you can even ask from the patient, and by charging, you can provide some specific such type of various extra services also. How to use that insulin pen, uh, then use some labels also on the drug whichever been dispensed, by providing these labels. Now these labels can be of various types, and we can even train the pharmacist how to prepare those labels. Okay, and how maximum information can be used in those labels. Even expiry of the product can also be included in that label, so that if we are cutting the strips, then the patient should have that expiry written somewhere. So likewise, we can train them. We can have the training session for these also. One of the pharmacists, he found out that the patient of constipation, one patient of constipation, uncle, regularly visited to his pharmacy and purchasing the medicine. He thought something different. His thought was something different. He learned from the internet the exercises for constipation. Learn about the diet which is to be followed, the diet which is to be avoided, and one fine day he started doing counseling of that specific uncle. Okay, so now we can see over here, he's showing how to do exercise for the constipation. That means that patient of constipation can be dealt in this specific innovative way. So such type of education we can give to the community pharmacists, that you can do these type of various innovative things so as to attract the patients. And once the patient reaching to your pharmacy store, you can get business. Inhalation, exhalation exercises is showing to the patient. So these are all which are there, which most of the pharmacists they are doing, but it is not been spread throughout the pharmacy profession, or throughout the or the pharmacists who are there in the rural area. So what we can do is we can have such type of interactions with them. We can make them aware about these various types of services which they can provide, and then they can increase their own business. Some of my thoughts which we can take further, or as an association, if we plan our activities, we can plan activities in these specific areas. This is what my suggestion. Even others, your suggestions are also welcome. You can add your own suggestions, and we can draft some specific policy what we can do in this specific regard. So this is what my question is, the question in my mind also, and some suggestions from some pharmacists also. Can a pharmacist start pathology lab attached to his pharmacy? We can think of in those lines, because see, such rules, regulations, strict rule regulation are not there in India now. So maybe we can we can ask pharmacists to have some pathology laboratory started with their pharmacy. So, and hire some staff who can run that pathology. It is not expected that pharmacist will run that pathology, but they should have that attached pathology lab with the pharmacy. So what will be the benefit now? We are the pharmacy profession in India, the community pharmacist profession in India, it is changing tremendously. If we see, most of the pharmacists, they have started doing all this. They are providing all these type of extra services to the patients. So why not to think about the future? Peer PharmD programs, these are running in various institutions. PharmD students, they are now even starting various this community farm. They are entering into the business of community pharmacies. They are starting their chemist and drug stores also. So they can have their own pathology lab attached. They can even we can. This is what the future of pharmacy may be, that if the patient is having their own reports done into the pathology, the PharmD student, they can even help the patient better by doing by observing all these pathology reports. But this is just an idea which can be explored, which can be like should be in the discussions, and later on we can come to conclusion. We can provide them trainings regarding BMI calculation and diet chart preparation. Dietitian, what they are doing, they are just providing diet chart. So why not pharmacists can do that? Just have the BMI calculation. This is what the extra services, so as to attract the patients in the pharmacy store. See, so pharmacists need to do something extra so as to establish themselves, because nowadays still we know that pharmacies is nothing but just like क्या कहेंगे उसको कि दवा बेचने वाला. We are not being considered to be more, it's like we are just restricted to that selling the drugs only, selling the medicines only. So why not to provide these type of various services? Why not to train our community pharmacists regarding all these things, and then allow them to interact with the patients? Because of that, they can gain the business, and then they will be in position to understand, to learn something new. Because as I told you, their needs and wants are different. If their needs are fulfilled, then we can think of about their wants, what we want to teach them, what we want to in which specific area we want to train them. First of all, we need to solve their own problems. So we can train them like in BMI calculation or diet chart preparation. They can have that BP measurement, use of glucometer. It can be done by various pharmacists. But along with this, we can train them to prepare a treatment plan, which is nothing but outlines the proposed goals, plans, and methods of therapy. How to take the medicine, how to administer the medicine, what to do if the dose is missed, what to do if double dose it has been taken. So likewise, we can train first the community pharmacist what to do in such conditions, and then they will deal with these conditions in the community. If we talk about this peak flow meter now, along with this, if respiratory tract related problems are there, even in pranayam, these are being done, or treatment plans can also be think of, and accordingly we can train the pharmacist. Patient counseling, actual hands-on training sessions can be kept by us, so that this community pharmacist will get trained and can use those knowledge into the community. Yoga, exercise will be helpful for most of the disease conditions. So why not to train them regarding this, and they will use this knowledge to attract more and more patients. Then clinical laboratory data, clinical laboratory tests, these are being done by the patient, that pharmacist should understand each and everything, each and every clinical laboratory test, so that he can guide the patients well. Then we can guide them about the collaborations, like as we discussed, that more number of pharmacists may come together and start their own business and start their own chain Shopee. Online pharmacy business solutions can be provided, like how to establish online pharmacy. See, actually, if we wish to establish online pharmacy business by following each and every rule, it is possible. Even we 2-3 faculties over here, we have discussed this idea with some of our students also, and they are planning to do that. So within the framework of legal aspects, we can even develop this online business solutions also. Then health checkup camps, how to arrange it, what should be done, what should not be done. Own information leaflet should be prepared. We can guide them how to prepare those information leaflet, where to get the authentic information. See, this is what the self-marketing without breaking any laws. Like if the information leaflets, these are available on the in the Shopee, in the medical shop, where the name of that specific pharmacy store, it is been written. And if we are providing these leaflets to the patients, then it is nothing but our self-marketing. Tobacco cessation programs are there, dot center is there, even vaccination center can be started. Need to verify the legality, but we can tell them, okay, this type of things you can do, and because of that the flow of patients will be increased once it is been established. Now the important thing is, actually we do not want to see, our interest is our interest is to train the community pharmacists and to uplift the community pharmacists. But for this, we just need to provide them what they want first, make them allow them to communicate with us, provide their problems. We could find out some of the solutions of their problems. Combinedly, we could find out some solutions, and then we can start giving them the education regarding, let's say, prescription audit, or regarding various this dispensing errors related, or regarding various things like patient counseling and all. We can train them, but the thing is, first we need to think about what we can, how we can be, how can be useful. We can be useful to them, and then only we can expect from them that they should come with us and should interact with us and should have the membership of Association of Community Pharmacists of India. This is what the Hindu Pharmacy, which is basically the owner is Mr. Raj Vaidya. He is also having all this at one place. He is having a library even in his that pharmacy store. Patient care area is there. They are providing various services also. So actual implementation can be seen if we are going, if we visit Goa, we can visit this pharmacy store also, Hindu Pharmacy, and he is also one of the respected mentor for Association of Community Pharmacists of India. So the thing is, what I will like to conclude with is management mantra is, in the era of cutthroat competition, giving 100% is not sufficient. You need to take initiative and provide just 10% extra. And that 10% will make miracles for you. And same thing applies to the association also. So if we are thinking on this line, then probably we will be the organization, the association, which is something different from other organizations, association which are there in existence in India. So you can add your thoughts also in this specific presentation. You can add and can discuss. We can even discuss about your ideas also. And this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your presentation. Many thoughts that you have shared, and many of the things that we have noted. I think everything that you have said maybe and will be very much useful for everyone who is present here. So thank you everyone for attending. Now I would like to call upon our president of WRC-ACPI, Dr. Rakesh Somani sir, for the vote of thanks. Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Joshi. It was really I attended the fag end of it, but no doubt it was a very useful kind of session. And I'm sure many of the students who are the attendees They must have taken some or the other important inputs. My question to you is, I mean, you have given a lot of, I mean, before I propose the vote of thanks, you know, many kind of inputs you have given for community pharmacists to come forward and become the community leader in profession. Yes, but if one or two success stories, if you can tell, if at least one, you know, where people have tried it and it has come into the forefront and it is really helping them, that would be great, you know, for everybody to understand.
Yes, sir. And these examples, even I have shown in my presentation.
Yes.
That actually Dhanalakshmi chemist is there, or that Dhanvantari chemist shop is there, Pasumai pharmacy is there, Tulasi pharmacy is there. Their photograph along with the owner's photograph, these are also being shown. So what we can do, sir, okay, we can use all this information to train other peoples. Like our main motto objective is, we are the Association of Community Pharmacists of India, and we want to work for their betterment. So what we can do is we can start with their needs, and then we can go towards their wants. This is what my whole line of a presentation was, that we need to start somewhere. We need to see, another thing is we may face this problem regarding the membership drive also, because community pharmacists, why they are going, why they will think about paying you for the membership. Academician we can understand, because academician they want the name of that association into their CVs, but community pharmacists, they do not want it. So why they will become the member? Because they will become the member once you provide them something which they want.
Yes, something useful to them.
Something useful to them. Then and then only they will be interested. So this is what my whole presentation, line of presentation was.
Yeah, thank you so much. On behalf of the entire WRC-ACPI team, you are our own team member for that matter. So thank you so much for your contribution. And as we discussed that, let us do something in Gujarat also for at the community pharmacist level. We'll separately, you know, join hands together for that. Once again, thank you to you and the entire audience. I also appreciate Mr. Aditya, the Secretary of WRC-ACPI, for his initiative and the entire coordination of the event. Thank you so much, Aditya. Over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you. So I would like to conclude the session. Thank you, everyone. And again, thank you, Dr. Shrikant Joshi, sir, for contributing to us.
Aditya, you have taken the photographs of the same, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Screenshots and all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.